Welcome back to the Royal Rumble Circus Edition. So Karlissa been out here trying to go head up with everybody. So Smiley said tag me in. Now you know she a jack of all trades, from baddies to football to hacking and now mediation. Smiley, who was once Chrisean's castmate and teammate, has decided yet again to get in the middle of the business. Now this ain't her first time getting in the middle of it, but this time she trying to make it right. And I can't do nothing but respect that. But I am trying to figure out what's going on with Karlissa. Is she serious or she doing all this for her book promo? Cause once again, she on here beating her gums. Child, she telling truths and lies though, I gotta be honest.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Karlissa. How are
Hello.
you?
Hello, Miss Ma'am. How are you?
I'm not on here to cuss you out.
Okay, good.
So I first off want to say
About time.
I want to come on here and apologize. You know what I'm saying? Because one, I should have never got in the middle because I am friends still with Chrisean. I love her to death. I would never change the way I feel about her. But I feel like I got in the middle and I apologize because you're still her baby's grandmother. And, and it's out of respect,
Well, I
because I
appreciate
wouldn't
the
want.
apology that you did first behind the scenes. So
Right.
that spoke for itself.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate the public apology because, like Chastity, the behind the scenes is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, more or less like you're not doing it for the gram. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because you could have just said what you said and kept it pushing. So
Right.
behind the scenes versus trying to like come on the Instagram and say sorry is something different. When you really love somebody, you know what I'm
I
saying?
love
And I
her.
know that all of y'all in y'all heart of hearts know that I love my son like I love myself.
Right.
She knows
I,
that as
I love
well.
Sean. I'm always gonna stick with Sean. But I wanted to first apologize to you. You're still the baby's grandma. And I feel like honestly, we're not bad people. We just have fucked up ways, which I do. I speak for myself, and that's okay. Some people just can't deal with that. And I was really like sitting there watching like you and Krishan sat there and said you was like a mother to her. She looked up to you, you know what I'm saying? But I want to know, where did it go wrong? Where did everything go wrong?
I think you, as young adults, if they, and it's not her fault because my mom wasn't really in my life either. So I can relate a lot. So when Blue says, Chrisean, she just like you, mom. I know what he's trying to
Right.
say. We don't have no filter and we kind of just say what's on our mind because we didn't have our mothers there to say, no, baby, you should say it like this. Whereas I try to do that with Callie, growing up because young ladies need that. You can't just say whatever you want to say when you want to say it.
Right.
But when you've been doing that so long, it's no excuse, and I work on it all the time. There's sometimes I go off and I get off this, and I have to be like, God, I fell again, and
Right.
I admit, like I had a breakdown during this process, and it's not really so much about Chrisean. It's more about the baby, and it's more about all the people stirring up the shit behind the
Right.
scenes. You
But
know what
let
I'm
me ask
saying?
you a question. Do you ever feel like we say certain things to hurt people? We get it. But do you ever feel like you do owe her a real genuine apology for
No,
even just like getting into her
no,
life and things like that?
no,
No.
no. And the reason I say that is because when I went to her house, I put all the cards on the table. I didn't know I was being filmed. We know that, right? It didn't come out for a year later. Every time is we're out, not in front of the cameras. I'm trying to let her know I give a fuck about you and the kid, regardless of what's going on. And her stance is always, her and Jaden both take a stance to where if they feel like I'm on this side, they don't fuck with me. If I'm on this side, they don't fuck with me. And for the first time ever in that restaurant where I felt like, damn, I went over there to talk to Chrisean, but I know I came with Jaden, which meant I gave you the utmost respect this day. And I know it hurt her to see me go over there to your child and try to establish something with you guys in one room together. I'm sitting there talking to her, and I know I'm hurting Jaden, and I'm doing this to you. I'm doing this to Jaden for the sake of this child, and you're online talking about you should stomp me out. Like, y'all got to be crazy. And if y'all really love her, you got somebody was supposed to get on that live after that live was over. Her family members, her sisters, her aunties, you was supposed to say that lady went over to you and your child, left the people she came with. Aiden could have said, you know what, I'm not cool with that. You could ride by your, but I was willing to take that chance. I didn't know how she was gonna feel about me going over there to somebody that's now her enemy. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that was the moment,
But
that was the
you gotta
only moment where we was able to, where we were gonna be able to say, we could do birthdays together. We could do bar mitzvahs together. And she said she still got on the line with violence, even after praying for us, even after saying she changed. She proved to us it's a fraud. That was the day.
I think it's not
There's no
okay, I'm gonna say
other
this.
opportunity that we're
Listen,
going to give her to be real if you can't
listen,
be real.
I'm
Then
gonna
she
say
said,
this.
I put the cameras on her. She had the cameras on when she got there. She was on live. But then you tell people, I didn't want the camera on me. She's in there on live while we're in there. We can hear our voices on the entire live. She manipulated the audience, and that's what she's going to do, and that's just who she is. And we have to accept her for who she is. John has to. We don't, and I'm not.
Okay, I wasn't there. I didn't watch the live. I didn't see none of that.
You should
But
go
I'm
watch
speaking.
it because it's hard for you to kind of like come at me and you don't
No, no,
really know what's going on.
no, I'm
Because
not
that's,
coming at you. No, 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 I'm
I'm
not
just
coming.
saying,
I
that's how
just
the
wish
audience
that
is.
I wish that because I feel like because I went through a lot with my mom. I don't think Sean did anything half that I did with my mom. God, please track me down, please, and I've asked for forgiveness. I did some stuff to my mama. I'm talking about I knocked all my mama teeth. Like I've been through some stuff and I regret it. And to this day, I love my mama and I cherish my mama. My mama's put me in. I went to jail. Like I
Yeah,
did time,
it's
but
relationships
it's
with parents is hard.
you know
I get
it's
it.
hard. And for someone and like you said, like I told you earlier, she in the video she said that she looked at you as like a mom. So it's like certain things, but I think some people just be wanting their space and their time and let them figure things out. It's not probably she just needs time. You know what I'm saying? Let her just grow. Let her and Jonathan
And
fix
that's
the
what I want to do.
relationship.
But you're not. I'm a
Which
person too, so you're
I'm
not going to get online. I think everything went smooth, and then I get outside, and I'm thinking she talking about she want to stomp Jaden out. So I don't even know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Mhm.
thought it was a good moment, so I did react like, "Fuck, we're not never gonna get nowhere." She's a whole complete disaster.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I left with that on my heart, like, okay, that was a good meeting. Then I get to the car and was bamboozled. You just played with me in there. She didn't show any of that type of energy while we was in there. John's dad knows that too, and God's gonna talk to him if he didn't get on the car on the way home and talk
I
to her like, no, why
think
would
I think it's time for just let her breathe. Let her, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Don't mentor her,
Well, we
give
was
her
there
some
first, so
time.
we wasn't trying to hang out with her. But if we would have came, we all agreed. If we would have got there and she was there first, we would have came back later. Jonathan wanted his kids there to go take pictures for the restaurant like he always do, and that's what we did. Okay? So when we got there, it was empty. There was no one there. So we pulled all the tables together and made a birthday party for him and did the grand opening. We all had cameras on the whole time. It was A, my son's birthday, B, his store grand opening. So why would I not have the cameras on?
Wait,
The
your
day
son,
before
wait.
that, I had
Jonathan's out?
no, it was his birthday. We
Oh,
still
okay, okay.
celebrated his
See, I
birthday.
don't
Yeah.
keep up. It's so hard
No,
for
he's
me, but you
not
know,
out. No,
okay.
he's not out. But the kids know it's their dad's birthday. You know, we were just celebrating the birthday with Javon in the restaurant since he couldn't be with his dad.
I think everybody just needs some time and, everyone needs to just breathe, take a breather off the internet, and
I'm
I
not
think
taking
that
no
you're
breather
working.
off the internet because I have people that I enjoy getting on here talking to every day. I enjoy this moment right now. I
Yeah.
enjoy the fact that we got to let some steam off. We hated each other one day, and people got to see that grown ass women can get together and say, "Oops, I was wrong." I'm not giving her, John, Jaden, no energy for what I'm doing here. If people don't want to see or hear how we each individually feel, they have the right to unfollow. We're not forcing you to follow us. You see what I'm saying? They have the right to follow you. They have the right to follow Jaden. They have the right to be want to be entertained wherever they are.
I think that you should show people that you have a different side and start working on
I
the positivity,
and that's what
something
exactly. The more
positive.
I eliminate, and I'm realizing even right now that I might have to just even let my son's whole life not be a part of mine right
Because
now
Sean
to
is
not have to.
not a bad person. She's a great person. She
I
has
don't
a
think
good
she's
heart.
I don't think she's a bad person. I think
No,
she has some demons
very
that she has
no.
to deal with.
Sean
And
did a
I
lot
think
for
I
me.
I got to see a glimpse of both people. I know there's a couple people going on in there. And you and I both know that's trauma from what we've been through. So we can agree to disagree if you haven't met the other person, but I'm pretty sure at some
Well, I
point
thank
you
God
have.
I've
But you're doing like her
never.
sisters is doing right now, and you're pretending because it would be a lie to say you haven't seen it. It's impossible if you're a human being, you've seen it.
I'm gonna say this: when I'm around her, and I promise God can strike me down,
You're
I've never
watching
seen that
her
side.
with networks. You're watching her with people. She's on parole for just punching out innocent strangers and people. Come on now. She got lawsuits up the ass. She can't even put a bank account in her name without somebody coming for the bag. It would be a lie, and that's what's happening. If you
Well,
love
my thing
somebody, even
is
if
that
it's
I
my
can't
son,
say that because
even if
I'm on
it's my
baddies.
son, I'm gonna tell him you made a bad decision. You fucked up. I'm not
I'm
getting
on
ready to
baddies.
sit.
I'm on baddies. I fought people. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
not talking.
I've
I'm
done.
not. When
You know
you
what I'm
clock
saying?
in, the gloves is on. That's your job. I get it.
Right.
But when you clock out, you don't just go punch the makeup artist, punch the hairstylist. You don't do that. You don't go to jail for beating up people, especially not after you had a kid for no reason. Now, if they did something to her, I'll be like, well, you shouldn't have did that. But these people haven't done anything to her. Otherwise, they wouldn't have lawsuits. Otherwise, they wouldn't have to go get their teeth fixed, and
Can I
you
ask
wouldn't be went to
you a
jail.
question? You know
Yeah,
Sean, like I do.
I know
Like,
her, but
I,
you don't want to say that you
Sean,
really know her. And that's
how
what
I
the
would
problem is. Y'all not helping
think,
her.
because we know Sean, but
Y'all not
I
helping
don't get to
her,
see the
but y'all
bad.
not helping her
What
though.
I'm I know,
Being afraid of her fan base and her clout and her money and maybe a song. You guys are not helping her. I
well,
truly
look,
want to help her.
well, my
That's
thing
not
is,
helping her.
I'm not lucky enough to see the side that you guys
How
seen.
do you fucking not see it? She's on probation for it. I've
You,
been there before. I've been the person that'll just slap somebody at will. And people had to tell me.
but
That's
do
not
you feel like,
okay.
well, I personally, I'm gonna say this: Sean is not the person to act
You
like that
can't be
unless they do
scared of
something
her
to
fan
her.
base if you
No,
love her.
I'm not
If you
scared. That's
love
my
her,
friend.
tell her the truth. Now, if you don't want to do it online,
No, no,
I
no,
get that. It's a
no,
time and a
no.
place.
It's not
But
about
you
that.
should be calling her and
Look,
telling her that lady was in there with your baby. You should not have got on live, whether you wanted to be on camera or not, talking about you should stomp her out. That's not funny. I did get stomped out. I personally have eye damage. Personally could have sued her with the rest of the people and had her ass locked up, right? And I got 3 years to do that, right? Did I do that to her? No. That's not what I wanted from her. I want her to get better. I want you guys as her friends and loved ones
Treese
for the
wants.
sake of the baby and for my
Treese
son
keeps
when he get out.
commenting. Treese keeps commenting. She said, "Please, can you bring me up? I just want to talk to her as a mother."
Who?
Treese,
I don't know who that is.
Latrice. She's like, she just commented. She said, "Can I talk to her
Who
as
is Latrice?
tea time with Latrice?"
I don't know. I don't know those people.
Okay,
I
I was
don't even know
just
that
asking.
I don't even know that they really give a fuck about her, Blue, or me, or you. So why are we gonna bring them up for?
Right. Well, I can say that she does care. She doesn't like it, and I feel like a lot of people don't dislike you. They just dislike the little comments that you make about Sean and stuff like that.
Well, when you
Which I
say when you say that behind my back in a whole nother conversation that you should stomp me out, you should stomp me out again. You think I'm about to get on here and talk nice to you? You that's what you wanted me to do? I'm not a game. That's not me.
I don't know.
I'm
I
not getting
said
ready.
some
I'm
things to
not
my
getting ready to
mama.
pretend like I'm not with
I
all the
said it.
shit. I'm not getting ready to pretend. That would be fake. I'm gonna get on here and be myself. If I get out of here and I've realized that I was just in your face and you didn't give me none of that energy, but you telling the fans you should stomp me out and that's cute. You got my phone number. You could have called and said, "Oh, my bad. I was dragging. I was trolling." You could have said anything. You literally let my father, my friends, my family on
Look,
the
I'm finna
internet
ask
think.
mom. Be real. Don't lie. Don't I be when I was younger and stuff? I'll talk to you any kind of way, disrespect you, put my hands on you and stuff, and it will be okay for a little bit. I'll play around. I'll curse you out a couple days later. Yeah. I used to
But
listen.
that's not my
Nobody's
child.
perfect.
That's not
Okay,
my
but you have to
daughter.
understand.
That is not my daughter. I don't owe her nothing. Not a goddamn thing. That's not my blood. That's not my daughter. What I have given so far, trust me, is enough. She could be doing bars for what she could be having bars for what she did.
So I
I be
think it's best that you
telling
just
people that I be telling people that's suing her and that's putting her in jail not to do that. Give her another chance. Y'all don't know what I be doing. Me and you have talked behind. Me and Chastity have talked behind the scenes. I don't hate Chrisean. I really pray to God. My sister prays for her and encourages me to pray for her, even though it's hard because this person is where my son is talking about coming home to. Do you understand the
and
prayers that I
that's
have
his
to pray at night?
decision, and you have to respect it as a
And
mother.
I do respect it because if he like being in jail, I love it.
My mama
I
used to
love
hate
for
my
them to be
baby
happy
father.
wherever they happy
I'm
at.
talking.
If they happy where they at, I'm happy for them. And that is one thing I had to learn how to do this year. Is to accept the things that I cannot change, and I can't change that.
I'm gonna bring Treese up here because she's like an aunt, and I love her to death, and I know she's not gonna come here and disrespect.
What
She's
T
gonna,
page is it again? Because there's a few
she,
of them I don't play with.
Treese. There's
What page is that, Bree? Bree, are you in here?
who's Bree? Let me see. Bree. Let me see. You talking about talking with Tay?
I don't know
Hey,
who that is.
Auntie.
Karlissa, you just need to stop. All you're doing is gaslighting and talking BS. You've been talking about Chrisean for
No, why you come
exactly.
on here like that?
No,
Y'all, I'm not coming on here doing that, bro. We gotta give this lady respect. Let her talk. We need to figure this out. Like, what's the way to change this? We trying to bring peace between these people, bro. I hate coming on here and seeing everyone argue, bro. Not doing that. Listen, everyone has their ways. Can y'all just respect her wishes? She's going through stuff and she feels some type of way. Chrisean feels some type of way. Everybody be saying some fucked up shit. But if we don't get them to actually really talk, and you know what I'm saying, even the fact that Sean don't gotta talk to nobody, but even to get her to understand to leave Sean alone, leave the baby alone, let them live their life. Everybody just keep going at each other's neck. No, I tried to add Karlissa back up and it hung up. I think she got her page blocked. When somebody come up and they're blocked, it hangs up. I really think y'all need to like. Sean don't want to be bothered right now. Sean wants to live her life. She's focusing on her, the baby, and her husband, and that's okay. Her as a mother, she's not gonna. Everyone's not gonna prove who their kids are with. You know what I'm saying? We get that. We don't like the comments she makes about the baby. We don't. We get that, but how can we talk to her to tell her this when you guys are just being commenting all these crazy stuff? I would never let no one sit here and disrespect Sean. But if the lady wants to express of what made her upset and stuff like that, let her.
Make a psycho, make a traffic psycho.